Everybody is talking about how to use Claude 4 to create n8n scenarios, but the question is, why is nobody talking about using ChatGPT for the same use of creating n8n scenarios? So today I bring a guide to use ChatGPT for the exact same use, create n8n scenarios without having to do it inside the app. Let's go into it. Okay, so here we are in ChatGPT, ready to start this video of how to create, replicate, or how you wanna call it, n8n systems within ChatGPT. Okay, so playing back and forth with ChatGPT, I did a small test and I was able to create a small system like this one, where we have here a HTTP request with the Perplexity module to search inside the internet, and then an AI agent to create already the newsletter, weekly newsletter with a personalized message with the name, the Google Sheets, and the email and everything. We will just have to connect everything and adapt everything a bit, just do some modifications, for example the OpenAI chat model, or here our connection inside Gmail. We'll have to execute it to test it and look that everything is correctly. My way of doing it actually was to come to the upper part, and I gave him ChatGPT 04 mini high, in this case 10 different workflows I created inside n8n, which anyway you will have down in the description so that you can use also that part. And I was basically gonna ask him if he could create this. The prompt is not perfect, meant that I have to be always back and forth testing with it, and it took me like around some minutes, less than half an hour, let's say, and I accomplished this. But basically, if you are able to indicate everything with a good prompt where you give all the indications, that's what we accomplished. So for example, you saw here that I was having to use the code of before and everything, and what I really recommend you guys doing is asking for the GPT in this case to create 3 different possible JSON files that will work, because if not, it's just gonna create one, and sometimes it's gonna generate random nodes that don't work. For example, the AI agent is a typical one that doesn't always create an AI agent, but creates something really strange that is not an AI agent, so it bugs sometimes, let's say it like that. Other important thing is that GPT 4.1 doesn't work as good as 04 mini high. I mean, it says it here that 04 mini high is excellent in coding. Also, it says it in 4.1, but in my opinion, after testing it, because I have done like 3 different tests, I have been testing for more than an hour and everything, and it's by far better to use 04 mini high than for GPT 4.1. It's true that it's faster for 1, but you have to do more testing, and it's, for example, this was done all with 04 mini high and it worked actually really good. Okay, so what we can do now is I'm gonna explain you what I used for the prompt. Inside the prompt, I basically told him to take into account these n8n scenarios and create an automation to create a system that sends emails as a newsletter with a news, an important news or update of the sports part every week. So we will get all the leads from Google Sheets. We'll have a HTTP request with Perplexity, and I gave him the HTTP request, and later I gave him also the documentations, all the documentations I got from Perplexity so that he can work also with it, and the AI agent with the model of ChatGPT 4.0 mini. So yeah, continuing with the prompt, I just set the email to send the email and create 3 different possible JSON files that will work. So from there on, you can, I got here the one that worked best, as you can see here, and I gave it to the ChatGPT so that it can add all the things that are missing. For example, here I wanted to connect the nodes and change the system prompt, and I continued doing it. You're modifying the AI agent, leave it the same. You can see that I'm just playing back and forth with ChatGPT actually. Okay, this one works. So, and I said, great, but can you connect the nodes? And I continue. Okay, I gave him an image because, as you can see, this is how it was connected previously. You can see that there is not connection in between the nodes. So gave him what I meant, sorry, and I told him already, it is not connected, brother. And he connected it, and he accomplished that. Finally, I needed to change the part of the model of the ChatGPT inside the AI agent, which wasn't added also. So I just told him, and I gave him, as I said previously, the example, and he managed to create it. So finally, I gave him all the information from the perplexity, as you can see. So I gave him an example of a node I have inside the upper ones that I gave him before, with which there is a node with perplexity HTTP request, with everything, the documentation and everything, to do the request correctly, as you can see here. Because previously all this part of the headers, the row with all these requests wasn't integrated. It was like really standard with JSON, so it wasn't working. So I had to change also that and give him this information. So then there was another problem, and it forgot to include the chat model. So I said him again to do it until we finally got the final version. So as you can see, it's just playing back and forth, like you would do basically with Claude. I'm gonna do another test right now with you guys so that we can see how it works correctly, and we can play back and forth until we accomplish to get a system like this one, but with other purpose or a different one. And let's try to improve the first prompt so that we don't have actually to play so much back and forth with the Chat GPT. Let's go into it. Okay guys, so here I am in the drawing of the workflow that we are actually gonna build. We're gonna start with a call.com trigger of event cancelled. Then we're gonna have a Google Sheets at a row to add inside our sheet that a user has just cancelled a meeting, so that we can have it in our database so that we know it. Then we're gonna have an AI agent that, with the reason of the call.com, the reason of cancellation, basically that it's inside the call.com trigger, we're gonna create a personalized message in which we're gonna try to convince the user to schedule again a meeting with us. And we're gonna send that message inside Gmail and an SMS also with Twilio. So let's go into it. I prepared already the prompt, so let's go directly to GPT. So new chat, I'm gonna go to include my 10 workflows you will have in the description shirt so that you also can use them. And here I am adding all the workflows from JSON. I'm gonna paste, in this case, the prompt. I already have it here. There you go. You can copy it right now, or you will see it right now. We're gonna click here. So here we have the prompt. You can take a look at it, and I'm gonna wait until this thinks and creates the code. I asked him, by the way, to create 3 different valid n8n workflows. Okay, there we have it. It thought for 46 seconds. So right now I'm gonna actually copy the first one. Let's go here to click on create a workflow, and let's paste it. Okay, so first of all, we can see that it got the AI agent like with an GPT create a competition instead of a classical AI agent. Let's see if the other code is actually gonna provide it correctly. Instead of there you go, that's exactly what we wanted. It's actually really good actually, because in both cases we have the node of JSON output. There you go, perfect. And we can go directly with this one, yeah. So what I'm gonna do actually is, here we have the user cancel reason. Okay, so I'm gonna tell him the second one is correct. And now I'm gonna give him a prompt to include as the system message of the AI agent. As you can see here, if we go, we can see the system message. I'm gonna go directly to create a small prompt. There we have it. I'm gonna add this small prompt I created, and let's wait until it thinks. You have it thought for 11 seconds, so we're gonna actually copy it. It finished, there you go, and we're gonna paste it here. Let's take a look if it actually added. Okay, it actually didn't edit it. So that's why what we're gonna do is actually gonna provide a workflow with an AI agent so that he understands how to do it. Firstly, I'm gonna save it, and then I'm gonna use, for example, this one that I created previously with an AI agent inside so that he can understand how to do it. So I'm gonna provide actually here my workflow too. Let's go down. I'm gonna include it here. No, it's this one actually. Yeah. There you have it, and what I'm gonna actually tell it is, oh, you are doing it wrong. To check how to include a system message, take a look at this workflow I am providing you, and do it the same way including this message. We're gonna copy it again with the code you just wrote before. Let's wait until it has thought. Okay, so it thought through for 1 second. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna bring it here with hopes actually that it works. So let's take a look. I'm gonna paste it here. There you go. And I'm gonna bring it, there you go, here. So I'm gonna separate it a bit. I'm gonna take a look. Yeah, and there we have it. We have the system message. Great news, guys. What is the last thing that we actually want to add? Probably okay, the connections and everything. Well, probably it's gonna be the chat model, guys. I'm gonna probably add Chat GPT. It's my favorite by far. So what I'm gonna do is, first of all, ask him if he can add as the chat model Chat GPT, OpenAI Chat GPT for mini or for whatever he wants. Actually, I don't care, we just want to test it. So let's say can you add as the chat model of the AI and OpenAI Chat GPT 4? Let's take a look what it's gonna do. Okay, there we have it. So it thought for 42 seconds. I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna bring it here and let's see if it has done it. Okay, here we see that it hasn't done it actually. No problem, guys. What are we gonna do? I'm gonna actually provide him again of a workflow of one of the 10 workflows, but alone, in which we have the OpenAI ChatGPT as the chat mode. There we are, and I'm gonna say him. Okay, so for example, inside this workflow, the AI agent has a OpenAI ChatGPT as the chat model. Do the same to the code you just wrote before. Please. Let's see, include please to see if it works for them. Okay, there you go. It thought for 22 seconds. So we're gonna bring it here. Let's hope it. And there you go, guys. We got it. We finally got it. We have here the OpenAI chat model with GPT-4 in this case, with Tulio. So now what is left is just to do the connections, test it and everything. So here you have the proof that OpenAI ChatGPT can also do the work of creating, in this case, complete n8n workflows. It's true that simple ones, but it can do it and you can see it right here. So guys, this has been all for the video. I hope you've enjoyed and you learned how to use ChatGPT to create these n8n workflows by just, let's say, going back and forth with the LLM. So yeah, again, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.